Hi, my name is Alina Shahin, and I'm a third year dental student at Harvard. Thank you so much for considering me for this scholarship. Just a little bit about myself. A lot of my commitment to oral health equity started even before dental school in my own community, which is Arab community in California. I began by working to connect people with care more directly. A lot of people in my own family were having a hard time accessing. They're, a big refugee population from different Arab world countries like Iraq and Jordan and Palestine. And a lot of them had a hard time navigating the healthcare system here. I helped organize resources and supported a lot of the families at my own church and surrounding churches and the greater community in navigating the healthcare system, connecting them with providers who spoke Arabic and also accepted their insurance. And I really just tried to bridge the gaps that I could see around language access and understanding. Even without clinical training at the time, I was really focused on one thing. I want care to be more reachable and less overwhelming for the people around me. And I felt that was the best way to do it, was to contact different healthcare providers, see what insurance they take, see if they speak Arabic. And I could see that this could be applied to a greater community. And it was a driving force for me to go to dental school and become educated in a field that I felt very passionate in, oral health care. And I wanted the background to be able to do that in even greater population. That idea has stayed with me even through every stage since then and throughout dental school. Currently in dental school, I've continued that as my role in co-president of Bridges, and Bridges is a great organization at Harvard Dental School where we work with communities across Boston. I've personally helped cultivate a relationship with the Everett Haitian Community Center and also the La Colaborativa Community Health Center as well, which is a Hispanic community center. And we run oral health education workshops, screenings, and interactive workshops, especially for kids. But honestly, one of the most meaningful parts is seeing how it spreads and information spreads. You start by teaching a kid how to brush and floss, and then suddenly their parents are super engaged in the presentation that you're giving, asking questions, getting involved, and learning alongside them. It's become less about just a single interaction and just building understanding throughout a family and a community. And it's really a beautiful thing. Even some of the center leaders will get engaged too and ask oh, I didn't know I should be flossing with that way and that style. And it feels great to be able to provide that information and help to people. At the same time, I have also been volunteering at the Y2Y homeless youth shelter in the greater Boston area. And through that experience, I met a lot of unhoused youth throughout Boston, and a lot of them would get really excited when I said I'm a dental student. Like, oh, can you clean my teeth? And of course, I wasn't allowed to do that in the center. And I was also really shocked that they were asking for that because through the Boston Healthcare for the Homeless system, they should have free dental care. That really struck me. Like I said, I was surprised by that. And especially because many of them have access to free dental care. And I was curious if the care exists, why isn't it reaching them and why don't they know about it? So I actually started a research project with the Y2Y Unhoused Youth Shelter and also another unhoused youth shelter in Boston called Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And through that, I've been able to interview guests at those centers and ask them, what are your barriers to care? What's your knowledge of oral health care? And what's your knowledge of the resources available to you? And, when they don't know about it, I provide them with information on, you can go here, you can go to this center, you can go to these community health centers. This is where you're able to get free care. And, there are barriers like trust, limited oral health knowledge, and the reality that when someone is dealing with housing insecurity, dental care often isn't the most immediate priority. But a lot of them didn't even know they had access to that care. So for me, oral health equity has been a driving force before dental school, during it, and something I know will continue to shape my career. And I find it extremely important and honestly my responsibility as a dental care provider and oral health provider. Moving forward, I want to bring everything I've learned together to not just provide care, but rethink how it's delivered so it's actually accessible and meaningful for the people who need it most. Long term, I'm also really passionate about global health work. As a future dentist, I want to serve those in my community and those who, the underserved and those who don't have as much access to care in my own, area and in wherever I end up working. I'm not sure what state, but as a future dentist, I hope to serve communities in the Arab world as well, where language, access, and systemic barriers often overlap. And it's just very important to me and something I hope to always keep in mind and at the forefront of whatever work I do. So thank you so much. Thank you for consideration. And yeah, great meeting you.